Hi everyone, and welcome back to some more DinoDarenGaming. Today we are starting episode 1 of Death Stranding 2. Alright, so I'm going to start off by saying I am super stoked for this game. I loved the first one. I know some people did not, but I did. It was bonkers, and from what I've seen of this one, it is also going to be bonkers, and I'm all for it. So let's do this. All right. Data found. Whoa. Huh. Should we do the recap? Yeah, let's do the recap.
Perhaps you remember me. That's right. It's Dead Man. The world, as you know, is in awful shape. And it's all because of the Death Stranding.
Okay.
The dead started to find their way into our midst, crossing over from the other side. We call these entities BTs, Beached Things. When they came into contact with the living, the result was instant annihilation. A void out, leaving nothing but a massive crater in its wake.
Which was shaped like a handprint for some reason that I played through the first game.
That was only the beginning.
Oh.
Strange rain fell from the sky, rapidly aging everything it touched. A phenomenon we came to know as timefall. Structures would rust and collapse, and people grew old in an instant. The world transformed into something completely unrecognizable.
I was gonna say, I played the first game through twice to 100% completion, and there are still things that I have no idea what the symbology was or whatever. I just know it was bonkers, and I loved it.
Those who survived these changes came to fear both timefall and BTs alike. They withdrew into the remaining cities, which in turn closed their doors to outsiders. People ceased to travel and stopped meeting in person. They grew distant from one another and became further isolated. The social, cultural, and political bonds between humans began to crumble.
I was kind of hoping the recap was going to be like a video,
The
but
Death Stranding was hastening humanity's extinction. Seeing this, Bridget Strand, the last president of the United States of America, founded Bridges, an organization committed to making America whole again and providing a future for all humankind. However, Bridget died before she could realize this ambition. It was you, Sam, who took up her cause and resolved to see it through. Sam, the humble porter, who also possessed the unique powers of a repatriate. The one and only person who could save humanity. So with Bridges' Cupid in hand, and accompanied by the bridge baby Lou, you embarked on a journey across North America. Of course, you had struggles of your own, often phasmophobia, or the fear of being touched. The despair of having lost everything was just too much. But despite it all, you strive to bring people together. By extending the chiral network across the length and breadth of the continent, you would enable the rebirth of the United States as the United Cities of America. You were also to rescue Bridget's daughter, Amelie, who had been taken captive by terrorists. These were the vital missions you were entrusted with, Sam. We, your friends at Bridges, did everything we could to support your efforts. There was our director, Di Hardman, a close associate of Bridget. who was dedicated to fulfilling her final wishes. His commitment to American Reconstructionism
and in no way associated
was
with Bruce
absolute,
Willis.
and for that he was named the first president of the UCA. And of course, Sam,
Dead
the
man.
incomparable Dead Man, yours truly. I'd like to think we became the best of friends. As you may recall, I was born from an artificial womb, and over the course of my life was the recipient of numerous organ transplants. I've always got on with the dead. I used to be a coroner. Anyway, I pushed myself physically and mentally to help you and your BB, Lou. Mama and Lochna were twin
Mama,
sisters,
right.
as you may remember. Skilled scientists who developed the Cupid, which was essential for chiral network expansion. A personal tragedy caused the two of them to grow apart, but they've since reconciled, with both their souls residing in the same body. Hartman. Every 21 minutes, his soul departs his physical form, and for 3 minutes, his body is clinically dead. During this temporary death, his soul is sent to the beach. That's why he knows more about the beach and the Death Stranding than anyone else. His knowledge proved indispensable in the execution of your mission, Sam.
Yeah, you left out the part where he was doing that to find his wife and family on the beach. Kind of an important little bit of that.
Leader of the private delivery outfit, Fragile Express. Exposure to timefall caused her entire body from the neck down to age significantly. It was the mark of a terrible betrayal. Higgs, a former comrade, used timefall as an instrument of torture, you see. To no surprise, Fragile was hell-bent on getting revenge. But after meeting you, Sam, she had a change of heart. As your friends, we would stop at nothing to see you succeed. But ultimately, crossing the continent was something you had to do on your own, with only Lou for company, and with no end to the forces that stood in opposition. Deadly BTs, unforgiving terrain and unpredictable weather, ruthless terrorists. The list goes on. Without a doubt, your greatest enemy was Higgs. Convinced that humanity deserved to go extinct, he kidnapped Amelie and tried to torment you and countless others. But neither he nor anything else could stop you from achieving your goal. The chiral network was finally completed. The bridge to the future was built, but your ordeal was not yet over. You had to learn the real nature of the Death Stranding. A secret that Amelie had kept hidden from us all this time. And a terrible truth you had to face. But you accepted this final revelation, Sam, and did what had to be done. America rose from the ashes as the UCA. And as the people celebrated your accomplishments, you carried out one final mission in secret. To save your BB, to save Lou. You removed the child from the pod that was their prison and began a new life together. And so it was that the two of you vanished without so much as a trace.
You got all that? Does it make sense? It shouldn't. There's so much more going on. They didn't even mention the soldier guy who was Sam's dad, I think. I don't know. Almost have to play it a third time just to remember everything, but here we go. I'll keep it on normal, sure. Can be changed yet. I know. I shouldn't let people know when my birthday is, but there it is. While students can afflict almost anyone, those born under constellations with a greater connection to the beach, including Cancer, Pisces, Cetus, and Delphinus, are said to be more susceptible to developing the condition. It is believed that such individuals are fated to walk a life path fraught with disquiet and turmoil. Kojima! Here we go. Once there was an explosion. A bang that echoed around the world, a phenomenon known as the Death Stranding. Beach things, BTs, lost spirits of the dead, found their way into our midst. When they came into contact with the living, the result was an instant annihilation, a void out. Since most could neither see nor sense BTs, people lived in fear of them, withdrawing from the outside world. Cities became isolated and humanity crept toward extinction. To unite what was left of America, a border named Sam forged a bond with a bridge baby called Lou, who possessed a special connection to the other side. Together they journeyed west across the continent, reconnecting the people through the chiral network. A recap of the recap. But on the day that the United Cities of America celebrated the nation's rebirth, Sam and Lou vanished without a trace. Though UCA officials attempted to track them down, the pair's whereabouts remain unknown. Until now. "11 months later."
Me? I've always loved porters. Through freezing rain and biting wind, across rivers, mountains, and endless deserts, they come to deliver something priceless. A glimpse of a life I've never known. They're my window, my sole connection to the outside world. And I know they'll be back again, today.
George Miller. Guillermo del Toro. Limbo chickens. The fuck was that?
Okay, time to head home.
I'm Sam!
Stop, Sam. I'm gonna feel so much worse falling with frickin' baby Lou on my front like that. Wow. The music's like adaptive, so if I stand here, it's calm, but as soon as I start moving, the drums kick in. Whoops. Do I want to pick this up? Pick it up. Thank you. How do I... Oh, there we go. Aerial camera. Huh. I don't know if I'm going the right way here. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Is it this one? Yeah. Man, that is cool. With the music. Man, this game looks amazing. Gate Quake? The fuck does that mean?
I feel that. Pretty damn shaky.
Can I set a marker somehow?
Here we go.
Hey, buddy. It's all right.
Okay, you're all right.
Oh, hi, buddy. Oh my goodness, he's adorable. All right, I think he must be good. Which way am I going again? That way. Okay. Let's maybe go on the, less treacherous looking terrain here. Whoa, 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 easy. Seems like Sam's not quite as clumsy as he was in the first game, or at the beginning of the first game. Oops. Where am I going? Maybe this way. Okay, maybe I shouldn't sprint. Uh-oh. Seems like it's gonna rain. Shit, shit.
Rain.
Yeah.
Gotta move.
Shit. Ooh, that's like hard rain too. Seems like it's a little bit easier going across the top of the mountains here. Oh, spoke too soon. Ah! Sorry, Lou. Daddy's a little clumsy. Shit. I don't know if I want to go that way. Whoa, what are those? Creepy. I don't think I want to touch those. Almost home. Crypto babies, or crypto biots, I mean. Sorry. Almost there.
Almost there.
Oh shit, river.
There, you made it.
I wonder, is there be under maybe it's gonna up the sensitivity a little bit. Is there no game settings? Difficulty, avatar image. Huh. All right. Oh shit. That's different. Okay. Oh, they were a hologram. I gotcha. Oh, so even the rain was a hologram?
Ooh. Hey. Not bad, little porter. Not bad at all. Okay, Lou. Time for some nom-noms. Come on, open up.
Sleepy baby.
There you go.
His hat says.
Who's there?
Fragile.
Who are you? Fragile?
Were you cooking?
What are you doing here?
I've been looking for you.
Like I said, for those of you who haven't experienced these games before, they're a little bonkers.
Wow. Lou's growing up fast. You two look good. Like a happy family. Here's a gift. The finest Carol printed diapers.
Thank God. How'd you track us down?
Your neighbor got hooked up to the Carol network. Service now extends to the whole region. I let myself in with this. You can use Carol printers now too.
Guess it's time we thought about moving. Maybe further south. You know, I'm surprised you used the front door for once.
My jumping days are behind me. Overdoing it left me with some kind of syndrome. They call it jump shock.
Oh, I thought I could.
You care for it?
Wait a minute. Sorry. I just want to see the corpus. You can. Yeah. Jump shock, a syndrome caused by performing repeated jumps to the beach. While it's clear that the syndrome is brought about by the accumulated strain that multiple jumps place on the body, the exact causes are unknown and no treatment has yet been developed. It is still possible to perform jumps while suffering from this syndrome, but doing so puts one's life at risk. Okie dokie. Gate Quakes. Earthquake-like phenomena that are triggered when matter passes through the plate gate. Unlike ordinary earthquakes, the strength of the shaking does not always correspond to distance from the epicenter, which could be considered the plate gate itself. The strongest shaking often takes place elsewhere at a seemingly random location. Whoops. The seismic waves appear to be strongly influenced by the tar currents. In extreme cases, localized shaking affected only a 100-meter radius has been observed. Gate quakes can also cause abnormal reverberations within the tar currents. This is believed to be the reason why strong quakes have occasionally been observed in areas that are very distant from the plate gate. What is the plate gate, though? Is that in here somewhere? BB, Lou, BTs, Cow Printer, yeah, these are all stuff from the old ones. Bridges, the beach. Yeah, I'm not gonna read all those. I just wondered what the plate gate was. But anyways, okay.
Thank you, but no. I should get straight to the point.
Business, huh? I mean, for a moment there, I thought maybe you wanted to catch up.
I have a job for you. Take it, and that whole mess over how you left Bridges will be wiped from the record. You won't have to live in hiding anymore.
What about Lil?
That's a little more complicated. We're talking about a Bridges asset. You'll have to work it out. Sam, you brought America together. Helped it be reborn as the UCA. But I'm afraid the death stranding is far from over. Humanity is still in danger. Still on the brink of extinction. Don't act like you don't see it. A lot of things changed after you went off on your own. Especially within the UCA. Bridges no longer oversees the distribution network. They withdrew once things were up and running. So your friends and co-workers all went their separate ways. And that's not all. Diehard Man is not the president of the UCA anymore. In case you're wondering who's handling distribution now, A Pass 4000 has revolutionized the whole process. It utilizes the chiral network to manage and carry out deliveries. Within network coverage, there's no need to rely on human porters anymore. And no need for Fragile Express, of course. So after I closed up shop, I went and started a new group. One that handles work in regions outside the UCA. We decided to call ourselves Drawbridge. And we still require the services of human porters that can work outside the network. Preferably ones with dooms who can sense BTs. Sam, I'm asking you to go to Mexico. To extend the chiral network to the south. Just like you did when you went out west.
You're asking, or is this coming from the UCA?
Both. The UCA came to Drawbridge, and now I'm coming to you. So, what do you say?
Why me? Are there BTs out there?
Chiralium contamination is severe. Some areas have it worse than anything you experienced back in the UCA. The timefall storms are growing more intense as well. And, as you can imagine, everything in their path is subject to temporal acceleration. Objects and structures degrade rapidly, while animals and humans grow old and frail in the blink of an eye. Timefall often precedes the appearance of BTs there too. So you should do everything you can to stay out of it as much as possible. There are many other dangers though. The rivers can flood in an instant, and earthquakes happen daily. Mexico has no shortage of beached things. Spirits of the dead washed up from the other side were stranded there just like everywhere else. Any human corpse that hasn't been properly disposed of will become a BT. And any living human that comes into contact with a BT will get dragged into the depths of the tar. Giant BTs can and will emerge from the tar as well. And if they succeed in consuming a living human being, they'll trigger a void out, destroying everything nearby in a massive explosion. Several Mexican cities were wiped off the map in this way. The survivors have since become divided and isolated. As most people cannot see BTs, they live in fear of them, and that fear has made them too terrified to venture outside.
Why me?
Seriously, why me?
There are several reasons I thought of you for this job. Deadman, for one. He's currently working at a lab in southern Mexico. I don't know the details, but the research they're conducting there is important. Very important. And there are certain things he'd like to tell you in person.
That was one reason. You got more?
I do. And this one's serious. There is some BT territory near that lab I mentioned. They monitor the chiralium levels, and recently, they've observed unusual activity. The cause is still unclear, but they seem to think there's a good chance a massive BT is headed their way.
Great.
And if they're
That's
right,
kind of our reason
then I
not
want
to
you
go.
there, ready to kill it before it kills them. Don't forget, Sam. You were the first person in the world to ever take out a BT.
I guess that makes sense. But something's still bugging me.
What?
All this talk about extending the network into Mexico. Isn't the UCA basically expanding their territory? Taking control? Claiming it for their own?
Sam, it's not like that. They're not trying to take over the world. They just want to link up new areas with the chiral network. Like the internet before the Death Stranding. Public infrastructure to connect people. Which is why, instead of turning to an established government agency like Bridges, the UCA contracted a private organization, like ours, who then decided to employ the services of a freelancer like yourself. So please, Sam, won't you help us out?
Seems sketchy. I don't want to leave Lou. Wonder what happens if I say I won't do it. I'll probably end up doing it anyways, but yeah, I'm not leaving Lou. Fuck that. Game over.
Not bad, little porter. Not bad at all. Okay, Lou. Time for some nom-noms.
Oh, it is different. All right, fine.
Yeah, all right.
So you'll do it?
That's what I said.
What about Lou, though? It's not like I can take my kid with me. If I do this, can you hold the fort for me while I'm gone? Play babysitter?
We're inside the network. There's a child care app I can use. It'll be fine. The lab is only a few days away. I promise he'll be back before you know it. Link up the region as you head south, and come home safe. We'll be waiting.
All right.
That sounded like a nice shot in my earphones. This game looks so good. Get him watching or playing a game.
Go on. Slide it on your thumb.
Like a ring?
try sticking your thumb out, like you're giving me a like. Access your ring terminal to view the map. From here you can check order details, as well as the cargo for delivery. Now then, let's review the mission that you'll be undertaking on behalf of Drawbridge. Your destination is a research lab in southern Mexico. When you arrive, you'll need to use the Cupid to connect it to the chiral network. Chiral communication utilizes the beach, where time barely passes. Using the Cupid in conjunction with the delivery terminal will allow us to initiate a zero-time massive data transmission. But because of the distance, it's not feasible to head straight to the lab to establish a connection. You'll need to use the way stations to extend network coverage until you're close enough to get the lab online. Your first stop is C1, Ciudad Nuda del Norte. Bring them a delivery and welcome them into the network. Improper corpse disposal remains a serious problem in Mexico. With every additional corpse that spawns a BT, the risk of a void out grows even higher. C1 in particular is struggling to handle this issue. But once they're online, we can give them the technology they need to address the situation. Why don't you take a look at the cargo you're carrying by opening the menu? You can access useful information about your deliveries via your ring terminal. To review the cargo currently in your possession...
Oops. I didn't mean to skip that. Sorry.
This is the cargo you'll need to deliver. Be sure to get it to its destination in one piece. It's an excellent idea to place the most important cargo in your backpack. We've given you some additional equipment. It can be carried in pouches or in special hooks, just like cargo. All these weapons can be used to incapacitate humans without killing them. So there is no need to worry about causing a void out.
What if I want to cause a void out?
Your various options as you load up.
Sir.
Return to the menu when everything looks good to go.
There we go. Auto arrange. I like it.
Finally, before heading out, make sure to plot your delivery route. Return to the map. See your destination? There's a river you'll need to cross to get there. There are bandits in the area too. Armed groups that have attacked borders in the past. Think about what route you might take from your current location.
Hold square to start drawing a route. Try drawing a route all the way to your destination.
Commencing route creation.
Deep river.
When you plot a route on the map, you'll see what hazards you may run into along the way. You can face these challenges head-on, or try to find a way around them. How you get to your destination is up to you, but think it over before getting underway.
All right.
Latest model Cupid. Just completed.
Fancy.
We decided to put a hold on network expansion until it was ready to go. Like last time, you'll be using it to welcome people into a whole new world. It won't be any harder than before either. The chiral network terminals are ready and waiting. Bridges saw to that. Emily's expedition split into two groups midway. The first continued west, while the second cut south into Mexico. But again, they were only able to lay the groundwork. Until you bring those terminals online with the Cupid, the network can't grow.
Oh, don't eat that.
Hungry?
No.
Ah.
No more baby food for you.
Let you get fragile any trouble, I'm gone. Don't you break my kid.
Now who wants to eat?
All right, let's get this done.
All right. Well. I hope this
Gotta work on
music's
those
not
core
like
muscles.
super licensed, but I can't. Where on head? maybe keep it off. So then you can see his eyes in cutscenes. What's this? Signs. Okay. Not right now. What happened to my compass marker damage here?
Feeling good.
Oh, it's over there. Hmm. Baddies.
We're in enemy territory now.
Is that it? I thought there was one more. And also, how am I gonna get down here without killing myself here? Oop.
Fuck.
Yeah. Weapons. Is he unconscious? Hold up to access cargo. Oh, I can only take stuff. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. I'm gonna try out this. Shit. Somebody saw me? Nice. I like it. Seems like I'm headed into a sandstorm here. Should be fun. Ah, really? This can't be good.
Storm's coming through.
Now leaving viral network coverage.
Top of the road.
Oh, good. I can get struck by lightning. That's awesome. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, I don't think I should have picked up all the shit that I picked up, but... Come on, Sam. Let's go, buddy. We're almost there, I think. Great. Okay, this is exhausting just doing this. Balance, balance. There you go. Almost there. That's something. No damage.
Buen dia, Sam. ID confirmed. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Come on. I know you're tired, Sam, but come on.
Chiral decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
First delivery. Nice. Let's do... Whew, Sam, you're looking a little dusty there, bud.
You must be Sam. It can't have been easy to come this far south. You're here to bring us onto the chiral network, right? Ah, that's a relief. We'll be able to dispose of corpses properly once you've got us online. That'll be one less thing for our residents to worry about. Anyway, I believe you have some cargo for me, yes?
Perfect condition. Boom. Nice.
Huevo, I knew I could count on you to get the goods to us in perfect condition. Definitely the right man for the job.
Damn straight.
We wrote this stuff off as lost. Thanks for bringing it in.
No problem.
It's just like everyone says. Okay, use your Cupid to bring us online. The chiral gateway you brought us should allow us to establish a connection between Mexico and the UCA. And with state-of-the-art tech at our disposal, we can finally solve a lot of our problems.
Whew. Sammy, boy, you need a shower there, bud. Starting point. Nice.
Chiral network coverage successfully expanded. Commencing data collection.
Machine gun. Nice.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Handler.
Porter grade increased. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Chiral network connection confirmed. And now we can begin fabricating the latest corpse disposal equipment. Until recently, we've been dealing with our dead by burying them in tar, but that solution was growing untenable. We should be okay moving forward. I really can't thank you enough. You must be exhausted after your long journey. We've prepared a private room for your exclusive use.
Nice.
There are countless dangers in these parts. You should rest until you're fully recovered. Don't push on until you're ready. Please, stay here before you set out again. Well, our corpse disposal problem is no longer an issue thanks to you. But there's nothing we can do to get rid of the BT area we created. Fear of BTs and damage from timefall and chiralium exposure will continue to be a concern. And let's not forget about the bandits willing to attack travelers and facilities. But so long as we remain connected to the network, we'll have access to new tools and technologies to help combat these threats. You brought us more than a connection to the outside. You brought us hope. As I mentioned before, we've been taking them to a nearby tar pit and dropping them in. Unfortunately, we took it too far. And it wasn't long before the whole pit turned into a BT area.
Nice.
Trying to prevent the emergence of BTs, we ended up facilitating their creation. And with the constant timefall in the vicinity, chiral contamination has only grown worse. All these problems have contributed to an increased suicide rate, which in turn has resulted in even more bodies that we've had no way to dispose of properly. But thanks to the chiral network, we can now fabricate the corpse disposal facilities that we lack. Everything's going to be all right.
Maybe not
Thank you
everything.
again for everything. I'll get started right away on preparing your next order for you. By the time you wake up, it should be good to go. You'll just need to access the delivery terminal here. I hope I can count on you.
Must have showered. Fancy.
Relax and enjoy your stay.
Let's see what kind of crazy shenanigans you can get into here. Doesn't cover his dick when you look at it, which sounds bad. I'm gonna, yeah, use that. Oh, he had a sunburn? I didn't know that. What else can I do? Nothing. Let's sleep. Oh boy, here we go. Let's see what shenanigans ensue now when he sleeps. That's not cool.
Lou.
Are you alright?
What's going on?
If you're worried about Lou, don't be. I'll admit, the stuff is pretty new to me, but the app has been a big help. Figuring out why a baby's crying, getting the milk just warm enough. It's had the perfect advice for every situation.
Also, why is she not old anymore?
So, how does it feel to be back in the saddle?
Work's same as it ever was. It's the first time I've been away from Lou.
We're fine. Trust me. Just focus on the road, okay?
Yeah.
I don't understand how you can get sunburned.
At optimal levels, no irregularities detected at this time.
How he got sunburnt when he was completely covered, unless it's his face. Broskies. Salmon table. I'll eat one. Sure. Yeah. Oh, the crunching. Ugh. Customize my look. See, normally I'd put those on, but I like to see my first time through his facial expressions. Can I not customize this? What the fuck? Oh. Yeah, take off. Take off, eh? Sam's hunger somewhat satiated. Can I eat another one? I seem to remember if I do this, I get stamina or whatever. It's making me thirsty. Right. Let's drink another one. Get my stamina up. And one more. What are these drinks? They're not even chiral tea. Gotcha. There we go. Customize backpack.
A new feature has been made available for use.
Here. Why not? Wait a minute. What's going on? Is there something I didn't click on? I'm not gonna build all the patches. So I don't know why that exclamation mark is there still. Change screen image. Aw, I can put pictures in. That's a funny picture. Nice. That's funny. What else can I do? Use the sink. I don't want to do that. Dealing and testing weapons. It's like a shooting range. That's cool. Looks like VR. Nice. Sure. That is not like the VR headset I have. Fail. I don't need to do this shit right now. Or maybe I do, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, looks like there's gonna be a lot of weapons in this game. Anything else? Get ready and head out.
Departing facility. New order available. Please review and confirm.
Good morning, Sam. Did you have a good rest? We're already making progress in addressing the corpse disposal situation here. Once again, I've got to thank you for that. If you access the delivery terminal, you'll find that you can fabricate equipment for yourself now too. We have some materials on hand here that you can use to make supplies for your journey. Take as much as you need. Now, we don't have all the same schematics in Mexico that you have access to in the UCA. But as you link up more facilities to increase chiral network bandwidth and improve your connection level with the locals, we should be able to share all kinds of new data with you, expanding your fabrication options further. I heard that you're planning to extend chiral network coverage to the south, down as far as that research facility. So go ahead and pick up the order I posted for you. I'll explain the finer details of the mission while you look at the map provided by ABAS.
Customize look, recycle, and store. I am going to... I don't really need 2 of these. Sure. Or as it turns out, it's RBMP. Rubber bullets. I'm going to get rid of that. Sure. Okay. Fabricate equipment.
Item to fabricate.
For now, nothing.
Your next destination is Villa Libre. The people there don't have enough medical equipment to meet their needs. If you bring them this delivery, you'll be sure to earn their trust. And once you've done that, you'll have an easier time convincing them to become part of the chiral network. Timefall is coming down hard in this area. Cargo containers that are exposed to timefall will begin to degrade. If you carry container repair spray with you, you can use it to mitigate these effects before it becomes a problem. Keep an eye out for the rivers and bandit camps in the area too. Hazards like these can make your life much harder. On your way to Villa Libre, you might pass a post box we built. We left behind some spare equipment in its shared locker. If you see it, take a look inside. Everything is yours to use as you deem fit. There should be materials in there too. Enough to fabricate something if you like. Also, if you have any extra equipment, you can use the box to donate it to other people. With a moment's generosity, you can make another porter's day. Finally, each postbox has a private locker which can be used to store equipment for later use, and a recycle feature that will turn any unneeded items into materials. So what do you think? Have enough information to plan your journey to Villa Libre?
Yeah.
Take your time to finalize your route.
Stop talking.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Sure. Let's aim right at the skull. What is that? Ball or something?
This order calls for some pretty hefty cargo to be sure. But don't forget to take into account all the other extras you'll need to carry to get the job done.
Every piece of equipment you take also adds to your overall weight. Run out of
Yeah.
stamina.
I got you, bud. I'm gonna bring one of these. And I feel like I might... let's take another pair of boots, sure.
Make all necessary preparations for your delivery.
Did I not? Oh, yep. There we go. All right, well, whoops. Okay. Oh, that's fucking heavy. Looks like should be fun.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Sign detected nearby.
See you around.
I'm going to... Yeah, sure. Climbing anchor, ladder, mazer, container spray. Yeah, should be good. There we go. That's a little better. Not quite overloaded.
Best of luck to you.
Hey there!
See you around.
All right. think I want to go over that mountain there, so we'll go around.
Warning, fire risk elevated.
That can't be good. Okay. Let's do this. Save myself some ammo. Ooh, there's a truck. I'm gonna steal that truck. I just wanted to see where we at for damage. 20%. Alright, let's try and steal this truck here. Ah, nice. Okay. That's quite the rig. That's cool. I like that. I don't think I can drive up there though. Oh, might be able to drive up here though. Hide inpost box. That's cool. Let's see what we got. Nothing. Fine.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Gotta stretch my legs.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's do... that. What the hell? Why won't it let me do that? Well, that's cool. Can I... Whoop, whoop, easy, easy. Dismantle. Goodbye, my truck. Thank you for the lift.
Can anybody hear me?
Where am I going? Oh, okay.
You are Sam, right? Did the temple give you a lot of trouble?
Not too bad.
Trip. Allow me to assess the condition of your cargo. Está perfecta.
Booyah.
It's rare to see cargo in such amazing condition.
I know. I'm amazing.
I have to say, this was time to connect the Cupid. Once we're part of the car, I can get myself checked out as well. We've all been looking forward to this. So go ahead and link us up.
There's like a foresty section there. Nice. Can start building some.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Chiral communications have been established. Now I can finally use one of these medical units to assess the condition of the child I'm carrying. I just pray they're strong and healthy. The elderly residents here will also be happy to receive proper medical care. Oh, seems like you should be capable of fabricating PCCs now as well. Probably thanks to the chiral network expansion and the resulting increase in total bandwidth. Of course, every additional structure will eat into that bandwidth, but there should be more than enough to support anything you build. Within reason, that is. There's one other problem we've been dealing with lately, though. It's not a critical issue, so I've posted an aid request with further details. If you're interested, you can check it out via your ring terminal. I'm not sure. I should have given birth to my child ages ago, but for some reason, the fetus seems to have stopped growing at 7 months. If something's wrong with my body, I can't tell what it is. And not knowing is driving me insane. But with one of our new medical units, I might finally be able to get answers. I want to believe I can still bring this child into the world someday.
Weird. What is the issue that you're dealing
Some
with?
of the cargo we had stored here was washed away during a massive flood. The water carried it into bandit territory, so we're in no position to reclaim it ourselves. I know this isn't the sort of thing a porter like you normally does, but if you're willing and able, please, check the aid request. All of the relevant details should be available for review on that ring terminal you're wearing. You can use it to confirm the cargo's location. So, if your travels happen to take you out that way, we'd really appreciate the help. The only people that still live here other than myself are elderly.
How'd you
The
get
younger
pregnant
residents
then?
decided to risk it all and leave for Ciudad Nudo del Norte a while back.
I mean, obviously,
Too
I
many
know how you
bandits
got
in these
pregnant,
parts.
but,
Like the one I used to be. We took what we wanted and didn't care about anyone but ourselves. But after I got pregnant, I realized I could not keep living like that. I had to clean up my act. Start living for someone else. My friends didn't understand at all. So they ditched me. Left me to wander on my own. Until the people here agreed to take me in. Even though the poor souls
So it wasn't
are struggling
any of the
with
old people.
all kinds of health issues. That's why we put in the order for these remote medical units. A new order has just come through for you. Looks like the residents of the C1 South Distribution Center need you to recover some cargo from a bandit encampment and bring it to them. You can review the specifics of the order when you get around to accepting it. So once you're good to go, access the delivery terminal here to get underway. I'll share additional info with you as soon as you do so.
Order completed. Well done.
Can
A
I?
new feature has been made available for use.
Aid requests. View all aid requests received so far. Aid requests are issued by the inhabitants of facilities and do not need to be accepted like orders. A request will be deemed complete once you've done what's required. Okay. For the moment, I'm going to save my game. And we will call it there. Alright. So, this is going pretty far into my ears. So far, I'm very happy with this game. It is more of the same, but I'm only 2 hours in. So, realistically, I know it's kind of refreshing what was in the first game, and then it'll expand on that, because I have seen some previews, and shit goes south fast. And this game looks bonkers, like absolutely bonkers. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, beautiful game, looks great, sounds great. I'm hoping, I don't know if the music's licensed or not. Hopefully YouTube won't slap my PP too hard about that. Otherwise I might have to go in and edit over the audio, which I don't currently know how to do all that well. I don't want to just mute because my camera and the game recording are all one piece. So if I mute the game, then you won't hear me talking. So I don't want that. That would make no sense. So yeah. Episode 2, it ran long because I have been looking forward to playing this game for a really long time. So I wanted to put some extra time into the first video. They may all be 2-hour videos now because I really want to get into this game and see where it goes. See what wild new things open up as the game progresses. So yeah, that is Death Stranding 2, episode 1. Don't have much to say about that other than, yeah, so far he's not quite as clumsy as he was at the beginning of the first game. That was almost painful, and I think a lot of people who tried the game couldn't get past the first little bit because of it, and so they never got into later in the game. So they didn't get to see the zip lines and the vehicles and the highways that you build and all the craziness that happens in the story. And that's maybe why they said, I didn't really like this game, because they didn't give it a fair shake. Maybe people who did give it a fair shake also didn't like it. I do not know. All I know is that I have, like I said before, played through the first one twice to 100% completion. Once was the original release, and the second time was the director's cut, which had a little bit of extra stuff in it, but very enjoyable game. And this one so far is starting off really nice. It feels very polished, which I've come to expect from Hideo Kojima games, because the guy is a genius, maybe a little bit insane, but he's a genius. The first game I ever bought with my own money was a PlayStation with Metal Gear Solid 1. And ever since then, I've been hooked on Hideo Kojima's works. I've played almost all the Metal Gears. I think the only ones I didn't play were Peace Walker, because I didn't have a PSP, and the Raiden Revengeance one, which didn't. It looked. I don't consider that part of the Metal Gear franchise / lore. It looked cartoony and kind of dumb, to be honest. But I played the main Metal Gear games, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I don't think there was any spin-offs in there that I played. Like I said, the only one I remember is Peace Walker, and I never got around to that. But yeah, so I'm a huge fan of Hideo Kojima. The guy is a Looney Tunes, I do believe, but he puts out great work. His games are amazing, like look amazing, sound amazing, they play amazing. Like even this game, as much as some people aren't fans of the mechanics, it does play nice. So yeah, I am looking forward to diving further into this game in the next episode of this. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, whichever, doesn't matter. Drop a comment if you want. I do typically try to respond to every comment. I haven't got, this whole channel thing is new. I haven't gotten too many comments, but every comment I get, I do try to respond to. Yeah, that's all I got for now. Until next time, I hope you all have a great day. Thanks. Bye. That was the wrong button again.